Hi guys, welcome back to the news. A lot of reactions has followed the president's failure to visit the scene of the Christmas Eve massacre of Nigerians by Islamic terrorists in Bokos and the Bakin Ladin communities of Plateau State. Yes, it was reported on Tuesday that the Plateau State Command of the Nigerian Police says that no fewer than 86 persons were killed, with 221 houses completely burned down during the Christmas Eve's attack by gunmen in Plateau State. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had only condemned the attacks and directed security agencies to fish out and apprehend those behind the attacks in Bokos and Baki-Ladin local government area of Plateau State on Christmas Eve. The death toll of the attacks has since reached over 200, with several others injured. However, the PDP, in a statement on Friday by its National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunagba, said that President Bola Tinubu's failure to show personal empathy and leadership by visiting the troubled people of Plateau State tends to validate disturbing insinuations in the public space of complexity in high places with regards to the attacks. It reiterated its earlier call for the International Criminal Court to investigate the attacks, which it described as genocide, adding that PDP is concerned as Nigerians raise questions as to what was responsible for the failure of intelligence before and during the coordinated massacre, which went on for over 48 hours. The PDP insisted that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must allay the fears and concerns of Nigerians by immediately visiting the affected communities and personally addressing the nation on concrete steps to track down the perpetrators and their sponsors. Now, it speaks of grave insensitivity of the duty for Mr. President as the Commander-in-Chief to remain silent in the face of targeted massacre of his citizens without defense, without assistance. The president even failed to play his role as expected as Chancellor-in-Chief by not immediately visiting the troubled areas to demonstrate leadership, to demonstrate empathy and connection with the citizens, the party had stated. It added that instead of sending his aides to issue lame statements and detailing surrogates to visit after much podding. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have, as a matter of duty, personally have visited the scene of the genocide, at least to compensate with the family, to condole the family, to see the family of the dead and the wounded, as well as to reassure that his government is with the people of the affected communities in particular and in Plateau State in general. Of course, the whole world witnessed the video of President Joe Biden kneeling before the daughter of George Floyd to offer his condolence on behalf of the United States for the brutal murder of her father. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ought to have drawn a lesson from that. The apparent lack of empathy by sending proxies to Plateau State is definitely unacceptable and is a clear manifestation of insensitivity by a president who remains unconcerned and fondles in comfort, luxury, and the pleasure of the presidential villa, while his citizens are mercilessly being brutalized and massacred by terrorists. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must wake up from his slumber and be alive to his responsibility as the president. The PDP also reiterates its call for an investigation by the International Criminal Court (ICC) on genocide, an international crime perpetrated on the peaceful, defenseless, and innocent people of Plateau State on Christmas Eve, the PDP had noted. Now, not only the PDP, several concerned Nigerians have also raised the fact that the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, did not visit Plateau State, did not visit the communities where over 200 Nigerians were killed. Instead, the Vice President Kasim Shettima visited instead of the President. Although few people would say, well, since the Vice President was there, he represents the President. But no, the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, swore to protect the lives and the properties of the citizens of this great nation. He swore to protect the lives of the citizens of this great nation. And by that act, he is bound to have visited that particular community where this genocide, took place. But then the president was nowhere to be found. So my country people are raising talks over this issue. And this has generated a lot of controversies. But then Nigerians have reacted. Now, until jet begins to drop, all this carnage will never stop. Nigeria is now a killing field from north to south. Funny, we all victims, especially the poor masses, irrespective of religion, political affiliation or tribe. But until we stop looking at these sentiments before electing a good and a competent, reliable leaders, it will only get worse. Imagine over 200 people massacred in one night, and it's like nothing happened. Just like Buhari, Tinubu has followed suit of talking and issuing directives. Well, it seems that both the PDP, the APC, and the president does not care about the people. They only care for power and wealth. The president's supposed to visit them as the father of the country. Even in Kaduna, Nigerians must defend themselves. Forget these leaders. They are making money from insecurity and they are not going to end it. The action of Mr. President highlights the insensitivity of elites and the political class against the common man they are ruling. Were this massacre to be against them or their interest or loved ones, they would have mobilized all their available agencies against this incident. Well, I weep for Nigeria. Guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. So my country people, this is the government we are in, whereby the president that has sworn to protect the people. This incident, this very tragic incident happened and the president was nowhere to be found. Although Kasim Shettima, the vice president, visited the community, they made series of promises to the people after all these things had been committed. That was why we got to see the Nigerian military. They went there, they said, oh, this was the devil's handwork. Well, my country people, this is just it, guys. Now, people are pointing out to the president. The PDP have called out the president for not going to these affected communities and reaching out to the people. I'm dropping here, guys. What are your thoughts on this?